Welcome back, ceramics. Today we are going to work on day 2 of our coil pot. So as you can see, this is a coil pot I started the other day, and compare it to my template here. You can see where it's fitting in nicely with my template. It could probably come out a little bit here, and you can always do a little gentle press outward if you need to do that. That looks better. Okay, so first coil of the day, I always need to do what, class? Slip and score. Okay, so I've got my clay here somewhere. I'm going to roll a coil. Remember to have all your materials ready to go. Alright, so I've got some clay out of my bag. I've got my slip and my needle tool. I'm just going to set my pot over here while I roll my coil. Okay, that looks good. Remember, we're keeping nice thick coils the size of your thumb or a half an inch. Okay, so I'm going to lay my coil out on my pot, and with my template, I'm going to look at it in comparison to my template. I have to look at my template. Did I need it to go out or in? If I need it to go out, I place my coil on the outside of the pot. Looks like, if anything, I need it to start going the same or in a little bit. So I am going to just start going up without making it go out. So I'm making it about the same size. Okay, and I can't just sew this on yet. I have to and now I'm going to take some of my slip. Remember, if you're getting low on slip like this container is getting, you can grab some more slurry from the bucket and mix it up with a fork. We've got some forks near the sink, and you can work out all your chunks. Okay, so I've got my slip on, and now I can add my coil and give it a little push and a wiggle. I'm going to take some of the slip off because it does make it a little harder to blend those coils together. Alright, so I'm going to start sewing the inside of the pot. You can kind of see that together. Now that I've got the slip in there, I can do that today. And then I'm going to smooth it after I get it all mushed down. And you notice how I'm supporting with my hand still. Very important to give that support so it doesn't grow out of control. And now I'm going to sew together my top. You don't have to hold it in your hand. Definitely don't roll it around on your pot. You can also kind of get down on the level with it. Sometimes if you crouch down here, that makes that a little easier. So I'm just kind of sewing that into place. I can go up or down, it's up to me. Sometimes when you've got that fresh coil and that old coil, it's a little easier to mush that new coil into the old coil because the old coil's gotten a little bit drier. Okay, so I'm smoothing that out now. Okay, I always like to try and put an eye on it when I do this and kind of think if it looks symmetrical. Does it look nice and smooth? Is it getting too big? Is it getting too small? And I'm going to compare it so you can see that pretty well. Oh, I think this is the wrong one though. I have a second one. This is the right one. I'm going to compare it to the right template. I have two here. So that looks pretty good in comparison to that one, I think. Although, looks like it got a little big in my middle area when I look at it. So am I a little big? I think I am. So what do you do to solve that problem? Okay, so troubleshooting. So if it gets a little big and you want it to get a little smaller, what I like to do is to take out a dart, okay? If you sew, you might know that a dart is something they put in clothing. And I have to think about how far down. Is that far enough down? Is that where the problem area is? Yeah, I think it's mostly there. So what I can do is I can cut out my dart. And this is going to help us decrease the size of this area. And I like to do it symmetrically, otherwise you get a really wonky shaped pot. And I don't like a wonky shaped pot. I kind of like my pot to be a little more smooth. Okay, so now I'm going to slip and score this area. Okay, and I have to put a little slip in it. Okay, and I'm going to give it a little push and a wiggle, and I'm going to put a little slip in it. And then I can bring it back together, smooth it together. And that looks a lot better. So that's problem solving 101. You know, you can also do some adjustment to your shape, but that really helps to get that in. All right, have fun.